Yep, it's another hot day out there. The puppies are trying to stay cool. I don't think Bruno wants to go out today. He's just quite happy chilling out in the shade. Well, good morning, campers. Welcome back to another spicy portion of the daily meat. It is Friday, the 10th of July. Got that Friday feeling. Just coming up to midday, 5 to 12. And it's 30 degrees Celsius outside. It's hot again, but it's the last day of the heat wave. Tomorrow, apparently, it's dropping down to 23. It's a bit more bearable. But yeah, Bruno don't want to go anywhere today. He's just chilling out, trying to keep cool. But myself, I'm getting quite peckish. I want some lunch. I was thinking, shall I go out in the van and get the air fryer out? But it's like, nope. No hot food. So what I do actually fancy is like some nice, maybe ciabatta, some nice cold Italian meats, maybe a bit of cheese. Have a ice cold, cheeky non-alcoholic juice. Go for a little drive in the meat wagon. Get the airflow going again. It's too hot to be hanging around. Very hot. Anyway, let's get moving. I'm getting quite peckish. So it's been that hot recently. I still ain't cleaned the Welsh mud off the meat wagon yet. He's doing soon. It's it's pretty dirty. Let's open up the mobile sauna. Whew. Let me just turn everything on and see what the temperature is in here. The meat wagon, it's activated. Wow, check that out. Whew. That's how hot it gets in the back of the meat wagon when you don't open the windows and everything. That is extra spicy, campers. Right, so I've opened the windows, opened the sunroof. Ooh, get a bit of air flowing through it. Let's give her a cold start. A little bit temperamental this morning. But she's still running. And that is why I don't like going camping when there's a major heat wave, especially with a dog as well. Van life in this weather, it's not very good for doggies. And this is the trouble with my neck of the woods, because we're in the Fenlands, it's flat. There's not many places to go where you got much shelter. That's why I normally go to Cinder Ash Park, because within a 10-20 mile radius there is not a lot of shade around there. Right, let's get moving anyway. Let's get the air blowing through the meat wagon. Really could do like getting one of their maxi fans or something, as well as the sunroof. Right, we're moving now. We've got the air coming in, but I think it's hotter than yesterday. Yesterday was supposed to be 32 in the end. Today's supposed to be 30. Definitely feels a lot warmer today. And even though there's more of a breeze today as well. I just stopped to speak to my neighbour and I was like, I've got to keep moving. It's just way too hot. Well, we're on the A17. I'm getting a bit of a clear run down the dual carriageway section, but up ahead you can tell it's Friday. Slow moving traffic incoming. As long as it keeps moving, it's fine with me. Yeah, I don't fancy the person standing there all day selling them strawberries. I was thinking about going to Spalding and going to Lidl because of the bakery section, but I don't fancy that Friday traffic. I've got a feeling we could get stuck in a bit of traffic heading to Spalding. It's too hot for that. So I'm just going to go to my local Aldi. They got some Italian meats, they got bread. They ain't got the fresh bakery section, but you know, we'll just make do. We'll make do today. It's too hot to be going far. Just need to keep moving. We've got to ride the heat wave. Can't go camping, we can't go out exploring today. Can't take Bruno for a walk. We just got to make do with what we got today. Just nice chill Friday, close to home. Nice spot of lunch somewhere in the shade. Looking a bit funky and little today, but look at that sweet old V-dub there. Nice. Let's try and get a partial bit of shade there. At least we're getting the back doors in the shade. And I got air conditioning in Aldi, which reminds me, I haven't heard anything about the Aldi TT yet. Oh, little shopping mission's done. Got some Italian meats, bit of salad, got some chia batters. Had a look at the juice. Had a look at the juice selection in there, the non-alcoholic. Nothing float my boat. I've got some water in the back of the van. Let's stay hydrated today. It's a bit hot for sugary junk. We'll have a cider later on this evening. Oh, here we go again. Third day in a row. Any place to go where we can stay out the sun. At least today there's a nice breeze, and I've also got my fan plugged in to the cigarette socket. Should make the starter battery go flat, but every little helps. So we've got some chia batter rolls. Put them in the fridge just to cool them down a bit. We've got some rainbow salad. We've got an Italian meat selection. We've got some salami and some cheese. I've got no butter with me, but we've got some peri mayo just to spice things up a little bit. So that's going to be a lube of choice today. I've got my chopping board and I've got my knife. So time for a picnic. Now, I was going to do this in the back of the meat wagon, but it's even warmer in there. At least here we've got a bit of ventilation coming through. Oof. Right, so I think it's just going to be just a single roll for now. We may have a couple. That car next to me's got its engine running, and I can feel the heat of that keep wafting in where the air conditioning's kicking in the fans. They're sitting there with their window shut. They're fine. They got aircon. We ain't. We definitely ain't. Let's get a bit of the peri mayo on. Oh, look at that canvas. It's getting a little low. You have to spread it in a bit. For that added spiciness. Oh, lovely jubbly. Oh, that breeze is really picking up now. Oh, the woman with the air conditioning, she's going in a Dacia Sandero. AC, need AC. Things you take for granted in life, eh? I've had many cars over the years with AC, and I'll be sitting inside the car this time of year, just have the air conditioning on. Remember, I used to have a Mondeo Titanium X estate that had air conditioning, which was nice and ice cold, and it also had cooled seats as well. There was fans in the seats to keep your behind very cold. I wish I had that right now. Let's select. Oh, that smells good. Let's try a bit of quality control. Try a bit of the. Oh, that's good. A bit of the cheese in there. Cheese. Provolone cheese. Very nice. So like sticking together. Yep, that's just a congealed That's just one congealed lump of cheese in there now. A bit more of the salami in there. Oh, this is it's all stuck together. Another one of the a different type of salami. So the first salami was Napoli, and this one is, I can't even read that, Lingresi. Sounds about right. Campers, oh, lovely jubbly. Right, there we go, a nice ciabatta, a bit of salad in there, and a selection of Italian meats and cheese. A bit there. Anyway, buon appetito, campers. I'm not going to lie, the ciabattas are a little dry. Let's have a bit of ice cold water. Wet the old whistle. Yeah, last night in the house it was very hot. I slept on the sofa downstairs. Leather sofa, I had the fans on me, I had the window open. Bruno was laying on the wooden floor in the living room with me. Yeah, I think it was about midnight by the time I fell asleep. I couldn't even bother to go out in the van. It was just muggy, very muggy last night. Even though I just pulled this out the fridge and it was ice cold, the salad and the meat have gone warm already. In fact, I'm not going to have another roll. I'm going to have a bit more meat. And I'm going to put it away in the fridge because it is getting quite spicy in the meat wagon. Although you're hot and bothered, a good bit of Italian cheese and meat goes down well. Now thankfully this is supposed to be the last day of the heat wave, but if this was gonna carry on, I'd be very tempted to go to Wales and head up to Snowdonia up in the mountains just to cool down a bit, because this ain't fun. So if anybody's out there camping right now in this weather, I salute you, especially if you've got no air conditioning in your van. I know when you're parked up it doesn't make any difference, but you know, at least you've got the option there to drive for a little bit and get your core temperature down. But this is yeah, this is just no good. Just got to ride out the heat wave and hope for a bit of rain. That'd be nice at the minute. Oh, right, that's the picnic over. Time to go back to the homestead and hibernate for the rest of the afternoon. Ralph and Blaze just chilling out there. Very hot pussycats. Well, I still may sleep in the meat wagon tonight. I ain't ruled it out yet. Just taking Bruno for an evening stroll up the garden. Hot in it, puppy. Well, it's 7:30 in the evening. I've had the windows and the sunroof and the side door open on the meat wagon, and it's 33 degrees in here. Now, I've spent the afternoon hibernating in the house. The heat, that broke me today. That was very hot. And now there's a nice breeze. Ooh. Yeah, Bruno's come to life the last hour or so. He's been annoying Maggie, been a little shazer bag. So I've been checking the forecast again for tomorrow. It's supposed to be 23 tomorrow, 22 Sunday. That is more bearable. So hopefully tomorrow, business as usual. We'll get back out and about, take Bruno for a walk, because he really needs a nice long walk, get rid of some of that energy. And I've been fun. I've had the meat wagon repaired and I ain't really been able to go anywhere. It's been quite spicy the last few days. But hopefully, fingers crossed, this is the end of the heat wave. Been a bit too much. Today, no air conditioning. I've just had a cheeky bottle of Henry Westons cider to cool myself down a bit. I think while we're up here, may as well grab a few apricots, any decent sized ones about. Looks like a nice example there. Not quite ready. About these ones. So while we're up here, we're going to grab a few apricots. Let's have a good sniff down there. Deep in the foliage there. Yep. Oh, get the schnizzles. Bit of hay fever there, pup. Oh, yep. Turn into a snotty mess there, Bruno. Look at that, best daily dogging channel on the whole of YouTube. Even picks his own fruit there. Fresh, organic apricot off the floor. Look at that, campers. Fresh from the tree. Anyway, good health, campers. No, we've definitely got a hot puppy there. There is a nice sea breeze. I can actually smell the sea today. Yeah, the northerly breeze is bringing the odour of the North Sea with it. Quite nice. Bit of seaside smell when we're up our own backyard. That is a very nice refreshing breeze there coming off the North Sea. Salty sea dog goodness as well. So like I say, hopefully tomorrow we can get back out and about in the meat wagon on the best daily dogging channel on the whole of YouTube. Get back out on our adventures. And yep, he needs a good walk tomorrow. In terms of camping, I'm hoping to get back out on the road next week. I ain't gonna do a massive road trip just yet. Just want to make sure the meat wagon is running good before we go. Although I've got a bit of an issue with the move valve at the moment, but that shouldn't be a problem. Just a bit paranoid about breaking down, as you can imagine, with our ordeal the last few weeks. But, yeah, this weekend we're just gonna play it by ear, see how the weather's doing, and hopefully, like I say, get back out and about. I'm just gonna pick some more apricots before I head back home. Yep, a couple more man, that'll do for now. And yeah, I'm gonna wrap up today's portion of the daily meat here. Yeah, maybe one more for luck. So yeah, just another day trying to avoid the heat. Very spicy temperatures in the meat wagon today, nearly hitting 50 degrees, 47 degrees Celsius. That was hot. But yeah, that's going to do it for today. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. Bruno's entwining me in the lead. I know it's been a bit of a mundane one on a Friday. But yeah, just got to weather the heat wave. And hopefully back to business as usual from tomorrow. So, yep, thanks for watching. Catch you all soon on the next portion of the daily meat. Stay fruity.